Do you take personal calls or send personal emails at work? Do you spend time on social media or non-work-related websites? Do you gossip or say negative things about your supervisor or coworkers? Do you overshare about your personal life? Do you talk about sensitive issues like religion or politics while at work? In the 18th century, Thomas Jefferson wrote, "Whenever you are to do a thing, ask yourself, how would you act were all the world looking at you? And act accordingly." That's even better advice now, over 200 years later. Today, we are living and working in a world where surveillance is common. Our behaviors are almost always on display in public settings. Cameras, recording devices, webcams, and drones are everywhere. We carry smartphones, meaning that the average individual has a recording device handy at all times. Technology continues to advance, promising more surveillance on the horizon. A report from the American Management Association showed that almost 80% of major companies monitor their employees' use of email, internet, or phone. This is a significant increase from 20 years ago when just 35% of companies tracked employees' activities. And there are consequences. More than a quarter of the companies surveyed said that they'd fired employees for misusing office email or the internet, and 65% had disciplined them. Companies are embracing surveillance. For example, Amazon is working on wristbands designed to track fulfillment center employees' hands to monitor their task performance. What does all this mean? You don't need to be paranoid, but you should be mindful of your behavior. Inc. published a list of 25 things to never do at work from best-selling author Kevin Daum. Here's 5 of them. Number 1, don't take dramatic phone calls in the office. Your coworkers don't need to hear you fighting with your family or your partner. Save those conversations for private spaces. Number 2, avoid sending emails that could be interpreted as offensive. Remember that your work email is not private. Number 3, don't gossip about coworkers. It's unprofessional and it has a way of getting back to the coworker you're talking about. Number 4, keep intimate details about your personal life to yourself. Oversharing can make coworkers uncomfortable, and you might signal to your boss that you're letting your personal life distract you from your work. And number 5, before you say or do something, ask yourself, what if my boss saw what I was doing or overheard me? If the answer is that they'd be offended, stop what you're doing. This doesn't mean you should avoid showing your personality at work. It does mean you should consider how your behavior may be perceived.